I am Father Daniel Rono, the General Secretary of the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, based at the national office where we coordinate, we facilitate the activities of the bishops at the national level. And the question which has been raised concerning how the church journeys with the family, first of all, is to recognize that the church recognizes a family as a gift from God, that from the very beginning, when God did the creation, He created man and woman and started really the family. And from the inception of the Christian understanding is that the family is a gift from God. And many at times we make references to the Bible and even to the teachings of the church, where we see the family is highly valued. And the church has always journeyed with the family in terms of supporting all the activities of the couples, and more so really in terms of formation, in terms of encouragement, in terms of also bringing them together to pray and even to handle the challenges which they face as families, to enable them really live according to the will of God. In this country, we see many a times that the church will create forums where the families are able to come together to discuss issues touching to all the families and to address their concerns. And there are many ways that the church has always been trying to encourage the families to remain united, to remain united, and to work always as a team. Understanding of the church from the very beginning of a family is where we have the man, the woman, and the children, and living together. And the church has always been promoting that oneness, where the families stay together, so that to be able to carry out their duties accordingly. And in the church, we find that there is always that push that the family stay together so as to be able also to help the children. And when it comes to parenting, that is the primary obligation of those who have been entered into married life, and those who have children, that their main concern is to take care, to nurture the formation of the children. And the church has always been pushing the families to be able to help the children from the very beginning in terms of accompaniment, that the parents need to journey with the children, be it during the holidays, be it during the times when they are at home, and even in school through even the teachers. And when it comes to parenting, it's all about accompanying the young people, journeying with them. And young people, children, and even the young people who need a lot of support, be it the spiritual, be it the moral, be it be it also the formation. And all this, the parents have that responsibility when to take, for example, the children to the church, accompanying them to the church, creating forum where there is a formation of the children or even the young people, even through the movement of the PMS or Pontifical Missionary Children or Childhood, also the youth activities. And the other areas also which the church has always put a lot of focus is where the families come together and they discuss the challenges facing them, and they address now at their level. And in this country, there is a lot of focus of of other concerns. But people their priority these days is about work, about looking for recreation, and looking for money, and traveling, and then they forget their primary concern. But the church is trying to encourage the families really to say, as a father, as a mother, it's good to be close to your family, being with the children and helping them. Because if the parents are not able to support the children, you find that the society, which is loose, really would form and the children in a different direction. That's why the church has always said, really, the parents are the first catechists. The parents are the first teachers, and they need to journey with the young people until when they are able to stand on their own, when they also establish their families. Out there are so many challenges and even so many problems which young people face: peer pressure, the influence from other cultures, and the danger of also eroding the values which, for example, the African family has had, or even the Christian family has had, due to the modern kind of approach to the families. So we see the role of the parents, the mother, the father, being close to the children in terms of helping them. Otherwise, many a time there's the danger of being bombarded by even the information coming through the mass media, or the media, or even the internet, and we lose these children because of the lack of true formation, and even the parents not being close to them. And the danger is when they also go to the secondary school, the university. If they are not formed very well, then they are exposed to so many dangers. So I personally, as a priest, I feel that when it comes to parenting, this has really to be done. And I've seen in some parishes, or even the dioceses, where the families come together, they discuss and looking even for strategies on how they can be able to help the young people, where the parents really make even commitment to say, we would want to follow our kids. When we have, for example, a celebration in the parish or in the community, we involve also our young people. When we are having a training, let also the young people, the children, have a training, be it within the same region, so that the children are always close to the parents, and they are be able to be helped to be responsible. And finally, we are talking about responsible parenthood, that it is a vocation that whoever enters into establishes a family, be it as a single person or married person, it becomes really a vocation that you have really to carry out that responsibility in a responsible way, in a committed way, and with a lot of dedication. And it's not about just helping the child in terms of education. It's about spiritual formation, instilling moral values and virtues. It's about also by example. All this really have to come into play, that the parents really become the true teachers of the young people and even the children. So the strategies which the church can pick even for the future. One is to create forums for the formation of the parents, first of all, in terms of even using the associations we have of Catholic women, Catholic men, or even couples coming together, first of all, to appreciate their role, and then also create forum where we get some of the key parents who can be animators to meet the young people, to meet the children, and even undergo certain formation. And the other thing which is happening in the churches to strengthen that formation in the youth groups, and also in the PMC group where the children are really molded, and also about strengthening the catechesis. The catechesis, because this is the foundation, and we think also in other countries where the catechesis to help the people really appreciate their faith so that they can be able to live their faith at all time, whether in school, whether at home, whether when one is traveling, that I am a Christian, and I am a Christian 24/7. That means I'm Christian throughout. So once you appreciate really your vocation, once the person understands his role as a parent and even as a young person, that this is what is expected of me, I think that will help even the young people to move forward. That is one of the key and the emphasis which I would really say ongoing formation and catechesis for all, be the parents, be the young people. And finally, to also strengthen the offices of family life at the parish level, at the diocese level, and even at the national level, because this will really help in terms of strengthening the structures, strengthening, creating forum where we have people who are out there to animate, to encourage, to remind, and to support those parents. And so this becomes really a support group to help the families live according to their role as responsible parents in their vocation.